Good morning, everyone. A wonderful, beautiful morning. Happy to practice here together our morning routine. And let's just arrive here in this present moment. Today, a wonderful topic for contemplation and meditation. Moving from noise to insight. That's a deep topic for me and I think for everyone, because there's so much inner and outer noise in our lives. Outer noise, right? Like cars. Right now we have some roosters here in the neighborhood. Any kind of outer noise, right? Like loud voices. Whatever we also name and label as noise. And there's this very interesting, even if it's silent outside and there's just nature, inner noise, all these thoughts and criticism, but also just thinking about, what happened in the past, what will happen in the future, planning, structuring. So there's a lot of noise happening. And meditation is one of the wonderful techniques to calm our mind, so we can actually go and enter that space, the eye of the storm, in that way, like inside, where noise is turmoiling, this place inside where it's silent, inside and outside, where we just are clear and we can actually listen deep down to our guidance. That's the point I want to access with you today in our morning practice. This point of calmness, silence, and there you might experience it today. Let's not put expectations there, because maybe the insight comes later. But in that space of silence, of pause, that's the space where ideas, creative insights, new connections in our brains are suddenly happening, because there's nothing interfering anymore. And I invite you to practice this access point together today. Practice together to come to silence. And for that, I invite you all to find a comfortable seat or lay down. Just make sure you're not falling asleep. And you can also walk. Whatever is right now, you can stand, is a good position where you can be focused and clear for the upcoming 10 minutes or so, to just be 100% present. I also warmly invite you to close your eyes, so there is one less input into your senses. No vision, just the darkness. We still have our ears on, and we still have our mind on. So let's step by step withdraw from all those senses and happenings inside our body. And a wonderful access point for that is our breath. Let's just imagine breathing as that access point to silence. The breath as the practice to move deep down into calmness and silence. The breath as the gateway to insight. And with our awareness, we drop down too into that rhythm of breath, into our belly. And just stay into the belly while we're breathing in and out. there might be noises outside of us, and there might be thoughts inside of us. Let's witness them and always return gently and full of love back to our belly, our breath. Staying there in the belly, staying there deep down into the belly, taking every distraction of noise as an invitation to go to the belly and sink into it, love it, connect to it. Maybe you sense now something, a vibration into your belly. You just notice the muscles that expand and release when you breathe. And focus on that gaps between the thoughts, the sounds. Just listen into the gaps, that space of silence. And I now will leave some conscious minutes of me not talking, of pure silence. Maybe you hear some surrounding voices here, or thoughts in your head. And the invitation is always to go deep into the belly and find a space where there's nothing. Gently, no expectation, just love. Let's practice. Now, come back and find that place of inner calm between the sounds, between the thoughts, that spaces deep into our belly, connected to the breath. And you can ask a question now into that space, that timeless, calm space. What wants to emerge through me today? Just listen in. Another minute in silence and finding that space, that gap between the thoughts, between the sounds. What wants to emerge through me today? And whatever you received, you can now put your hands on your heart and be in gratitude for this wonderful body. Also, if you did not receive anything, or if the practice was rather disturbing and you actually noticed how much noise is happening inside and outside of you, that's also wonderful, wonderful gift. No judgment here. I invite you to be in gratitude for whatever you just experienced, for every moment. And just open your heart in gratitude, and also for yourself of showing up and practicing. And whenever you're ready, you can gently move your body, come back here together in your space, in your room, wherever you are. And I want to congratulate you. You can be proud of yourself. You just did a great journey into the noise and finding the spaces between the noise. Maybe at least you had it once for a second, that silence. And I know it's challenging. And also today it was challenging circumstances, right? You maybe heard the roosters, or you heard something also from that audio. And we tend, as humans, we then tend to perfect things. You want to, so it's not a good meditation. I'm not, I'm not a good meditator. I don't find even a gap. That's beautiful if you have those thoughts. Because also I notice those thoughts in my head. And that's beautiful. That's part of the practice. Because life is not super silent in the mountaintop, in the nothingness of nature. Life is happening in outside noise and in inside noise. So the practice is actually perfect if things are going on, because that is the day-to-day thing. And this kind of moment of breathing, of arriving into your belly, and just put attention away from the thoughts, by put attention to the gaps between the thoughts and between the noises outside. That's a game changer, because suddenly your focus goes into the silence, even though there is a turmoil, a tornado actually happening around you. And it's just a matter of seconds sometimes, because this one moment of silence can give you that insight, can give you the answer of what wants to merge through it, give you the answer of what is the hack for your project to move exponentially forward. That's maybe the insight of how to make a breakthrough in your relationship. That's maybe the insight of that's why things were as they were, and that's how I can act about it. It happens in the pauses, those inside, not with the thinking. It's an illusion. I think you know meanwhile when you're practicing here meditation together. So I wish you a wonderful day. Take that gifts, whatever it was, what wanted to emerge through you, take that gifts and bring it into the world. Serve. Much, much love. Namaste. Alexandra.